Hey guys, just wanted to talk to you guys about realizing that everything has a growing period. Everything is not going to be sugar plums and gumdrops right in the beginning of it. Your job, you're not going to really be where you need to be on your job right away. You're not really going to be used to going to another place, whether it's moving or going off to school right away. You're not going to be used to being in another relationship with a new person right away. We have to realize that everything, we always like to look at the finished product. We always like to look at this successful person and that successful person and how this person has been gone for 5 years and is loving it, or how this relationship is so perfect, or this marriage is so wonderful, and we're not realizing that that's the finished product. It's the finished product. It's not how it started. It's not how it was halfway through. It's the finished product. It's the end point, and not even necessarily end point, because there's always room for more growth. But we need to realize that the finished product is just that, the finished product. It took work. It took hard work. It took prayer. It took elevation. It took change, accepting change, being willing to work on some things, being really willing to accept that change and accept that there are things that needed to be worked on to get to that finished product. It didn't automatically just, ooh, all right, here. Yeah, I know you just started working with us, but here you go, you're CEO. Or, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't anything like that. You have to realize we need to stop cutting things short. We need to give things time to grow. We need to give things time to grow. We need to stop cutting things short. Stop pouring weed killer on things because it's not growing fast enough for you, or because you're so busy looking at the finished product and focused on that you're not realizing or even making yourself aware to how they got there. You're not even making yourself aware that that is the finished product after you've grown, after you've accepted change, after you've worked on some things, after you've, learned more, after you've picked up more skills. We have to realize and stop focusing on the finished product and realize that it's going to take work. It's going to take some days where it's just like, all right, God, look, I don't think I can work this job no more. These people crazy. They taking money out of my paycheck. They, you know what I'm saying? Or, God, I know you said this is where I need to be going to school, or I know you said that this is where I need to move to, but I miss my family. Man, I'm here by myself. If something happened to me, I'm going to be by myself. It's going to take my family 2 hours, 5 hours, 10 hours, a day to get to me. Or, man, this relationship ain't nothing like me and Bobby. Like, me and Bobby had this down pat, not realizing that you and Bobby were together for 12 years. And it took time to get there. Not realizing that you're looking at your cousin or your auntie or whatever who moved away and now they're doing great, but in the beginning they would call you and tell you the same thing. Oh man, I really miss being home. I really miss you guys. How are y'all? I'm really thinking about coming home. Or not realizing that that same CEO or that same successful person that you're looking at will tell you about how they were struggling to make ends meet, or how it was a struggle to get this, or how many jobs they lost, or how many, you know what I'm saying? Not realizing you missing the most important part of it, the fact that it took you. I'm not even gonna say taking that risk, because it's never a risk with God. It's never a risk with God. It's never a risk with God. You're never trying God. You should be trusting Him. You're never trying. Listen to me. You're never trying God. You're trusting Him. You're trusting that, okay, well, God, you said I need to stick with this job, or God, you said that I needed to move here, or God, you said that this person was who I needed to be with right now, so I'm going to trust you. I'm not going to try it. I'm not going to try this job. I'm not going to try to move here. I'm not going to try this relationship. I'm going to trust it because you said so. I'm going to trust you enough. Even if I don't trust the job, even if I don't trust moving away that school, or even if I don't trust that it's going to work with that person, I'm going to trust you because you said it. Because you said for me to do this, for me to go here, for me to be with this person, for me to do this. I'm going to trust it. Because you said it. Because you said it. Because you said it. You have to be at a place, and this all goes back to obedience. You have to be at a place where it's nothing for you to say, oh God, this is what you want me to do, alright. You sure? Alright, good? Alright, cool. Let's go do it. You gotta be there. You gotta be at a place where it's just like, oh God, you want me to do this? Yeah? Alright, got you. I'm gonna do it right now. And no matter how hard it gets, no matter what doubt comes into your mind, no matter what the enemy tries, because he's going to. Once you start being obedient to God, once he sees that you're not going to back down with your obedience, he's going to bring that doubt. He's going to bring the eye candy, whether it's, okay, well, you here at this job where they're paying you this much. This is where God told you to be at, but here, I'm going to give you this job offer where it's going to be offering you 10 times more. Which, you know what I'm saying? He'll give you that. Or he'll say, well, yeah, you're away at school and you're progressing and, you know what I'm saying, learning yourself more and getting closer to God. But I'm going to cause this trouble with your family to make you feel like you have to come back home to help. Or he'll do the, yeah, you know, you may be happy with this person and this may be the person that you want, but I'm going to keep bringing this person back to your mind, or I'm going to keep setting you up to see this, or, ooh, but that looks good, oh, but that looks good, oh, but I remember old Sheba or old Steve who was, you know what I'm saying, always, Steve did all types of stuff for me, and this person here ain't even not realizing that you have that growth period. You have to go through the growth. Not realizing that you have to be obedient to God. Yeah, that raise may look good. Yeah, them figures may look good, but that's not where God told you to go. Yeah, your family, it may seem like your family needs you, but you have to trust God enough to know that He's going to take care of all that. He's not going to send you someplace 2 hours away, 4 hours away, 10 hours away, whatever, away, and leave your family to perish. He's just not. That's not what he's going to do. Now, if your family ain't right, they could bring that on themselves. But if you really trust and believe in him, he's not going to do that. He's not going to end things with Bob or Steve. I don't know why I keep using these names, guys. And give you Damon or whatever. And when he's not going to end things with Bob or Steve and give you a Damon, but make you go back to Steve or make you look at Stefan, and you know what I'm saying? Like, he's not going to do that. When God gives you something, it's always for a reason. Now, it's up to you. It's up to you. It's up to you whether you accept that reason, whether you learn from it, whether you choose to grow with it, to, I'm not going to say go with the flow, but I mean to trust him. It's all up to you. And like I said, it always comes down to trusting him, being obedient, and doing the things that he said to do. Being obedient. Obedience is so... Obedience, it's like everything comes down to being obedient. Everything does. Your faith, trusting God, being obedient, listening to the things that he says, trusting that, okay, well, God, you said to do this, and I know that you're not going to leave me wrong, so I'm going to let my faith be so strong that I'm going to be obedient to you, even if it sounds something absurd. Even if God tell you to go move to Zimbabwe, which, I mean, he might, but I don't think he will. But you have to be obedient. You have to listen to him and realize that things have growing periods. You're not going to always just get to that final product. You're just not.